Welcome y'all to YouTube time and a cup of mud time with Madison and Christine. And cheers you guys to going into 2022, calling on healthier relationships with self and other, learning to cut out the toxicities that are disturbing and hurting ourselves, and going after our human potential and empowerment. So cheers to that, you guys. And today I want to zero in on the difference of toxic relationships versus the healthy relationship and break down the characterizations of each one of those. So I'm going to start with the harder one, the toxic relationship. So to start with that, let's call that a closed system. In a toxic relationship, the person is often extremely closed down, and there's different levels to that, of course. And in that situation, we find a lot of symptoms, I'll call it, such as the avoidance. You'll find game playing. They'll bait you in just enough and often push you away. I learned this in school, the window of tolerance. Different people have different tolerances of how close they can get. Remember, these persons at the core level are not truly sourced in themselves. They are often, there's fragmentation. It's a lot of confusion and inconsistency. And they're not taking full responsibility for their lives. Therefore, the hurt and the woundedness that they carry and walk around with is unpredictable. And you don't know when it's going to come out as an anger outburst or a passive aggression. Now remember, when I'm talking about toxic relationships, I'm talking more of the extreme case, because we all have, our things and wounds we're working out. But in the closed system, I'm going to call it the abuse frequency. A person is not self-reflecting. When they hurt someone, they're not taking responsibility in an urgent fashion. And I use that very carefully, because in a healthy system, there is an urgency for compassion, for peace, to resolve the harm. And in the toxic relationship, there is not. So that can be really helpful to people that find themselves self-blaming in a situation that is actually being put onto you, and it's an opportunity to not take the crap. So often too, in a toxic relationship, or I want to say probably 100%, what runs it, because the person is in so much fear and so much insecurity, is control. So you'll find behaviors such as manipulation, and often lies, because they're not being true to themselves. And it can be extremely, extremely painful. And often addiction is a part of that. You'll see this also hidden behind veneers such as psychology, spirituality, any kind of career. And it's characterized by superficiality as well, because these people, since they don't have a deep sense of self, are often obsessed with their image, their status, whatever image means to them. You'll see this a lot in religion as well. And seriously, anything. It's very much about the self-serving aspect, even if it's spoken as helping others. You, the empath sensitive, kind of feel the difference, right? So like I said, the extreme end of it is severe narcissism. And I've talked a bit about that, and I'll be breaking that down more too. But extremely self-serving. Also, they can fake apologies. There's another term out there called future faking. You might even see them go to therapy or do couples therapy. But in the end, it's a big fat fucking headache, because they're doing it just to self-serve and try to keep peace. Kind of like someone who just is more in a military fashion, does what they're told to do, but it's not coming from the frequency and the truth of self. So that never works in that frequency. And also, you'll experience in a toxic relationship someone who you're fine having the same argument for years. Nothing gets resolved. It's like headbanging. It's awful. It's a foolish experience, honestly. And it's really, really powerful to wake up out of it. So those are some characterizations of toxic relationship. And if I didn't mention it, inconsistency is a huge part of that. And yet a lot of predictability of inconsistency. In a healthy relationship, yay, we're on that one, is an open system. The person is sourced in themselves and has a purpose of love and intent to heal, to grow, to work things out. In an open system, if you hurt someone and you didn't even realize it and they say, ouch, that hurt, you are so quick to heal that hurt. Your self-reflection is on the spot, it's urgent. And it's not even that you have to think about it, because you just wouldn't ever dare want to hurt someone and you just want to work things out. It's consistent, it's steadfast. There's a lot of peace involved. And with negative, so-called negative emotions come up, they're worked out easily. And this can only be present when one is present with their own truth and take full responsibility for one's life. In the toxic system, the person is not taking responsibility for themselves. They may think they are, they may say they are if they're trying to get something, but you can feel the difference. Healthy relationship feels so safe and secure. It builds on itself. So there's two healthy people in a partnership, a creative partnership, business partnership. Watch it grow. Watch it become so liquided. I can't find the word. Golden, and just expands on itself and grows and brings in the fruit on the tree, so to speak. And it only wants the best, and it takes full responsibility for itself. So those are some things that I wanted to share on that. There's a lot of honesty, loyalty, dignity, respect, and things get worked through. It's supposed to be easy, you guys. It's not supposed to be hard. We've been lied to about that. It's not supposed to be hard. What's hard is when you're dealing with someone who hasn't taken responsibility for their shit. That's what's hard. So hopefully this video can be an inspiration to look at what needs to be cut versus what you can grow in yourself. And if your piece is to simply not give power to the toxicity and to strengthen yourself, that is amazing. And it's just step by step. So thank you for being with me. It's MadisonChristine.net. Please hit subscribe if this is something that interests you, and I'll meet you all on the flip.